Happy St. Stephen's Day! It's August 20th and it is day 10 of my study abroad adventure. Today is a national holiday. I am very excited. It is just about 1 o'clock, so I need to get going. There was some activities, but I slipped in, and it's kind of family oriented and a lot of it's across the river. But there's Parliament is open today, so that's what I'm going to go to first. And then there's that tour, walking tour that the lady who does BSME culture stuff has set up for us, and I'm going to go to that at 3, so hopefully I can get both of those in. There is like a parade-like thing for the Year of the Bread. There's also the Year of the Bread today, and that's on the Buddha side. And also, then there's the coronation part, or the recognition of the King Stephen, Saint Stephen's sainthood near the church, which actually is on the Pesh side. So there's those two things, but I don't know if I'll make them because of the tour, but we'll see. And then tonight's the fireworks. They shoot off on the Buddha side, so you won't be on the Pesh side. And I figured out what the cake is. It is this thing, the Gold of Orsig. Don't know how to say it at all. It's green, red, and white, which is their colors. And it has cold pressed pumpkin seed oil, almond flour, white chocolate, raspberry jelly. The raspberry jelly and the pumpkin seed are the important things. That cake I'm going to try my best to find today, because I definitely want to try some of that. I guess it's a big competition. Lots of people enter their recipes and decide what to do. And since it is kind of like 4th of July, I wanted to wear their colors, but I didn't really bring much green. I got white pants on at least, and this shirt I feel is Hungarian with the puffy shoulders and flowers, so even though it's blue, I hope they count it. I got red on my sunglasses and green on my purse. Hopefully it counts. I don't know. I hope I don't get too hot in these white pants, so that's why my hair is up today, because I just hope it's not too hot. But I'm very excited, and I need to get going. Keep up with my adventure. I guess I won't go into Parliament today because here is the line. It goes all the way around those statues and comes way over here. Doesn't seem like a possibility today because I only have an hour and 20 minutes before I'm supposed to be at my next thing, and it might take an hour and a half just standing in line. So I guess I'll do it another day. I think I'll just walk around a little, take some pictures. It's so awesome. I am just always awestruck. My pictures don't do it justice. I have to zoom in so much to show you, or I can't zoom out enough to show you. The stuff is huge, it is beautiful, it is ancient. So I'll definitely come back and pay the fine to come into Parliament and see the crown jewels, but that's okay. And then I'll get my tour. Thanks for being with me even though I tried. this morning. I got home last night and I was exhausted, so I thought I would pick up the pieces this morning. I'm still in my pajamas. I'll change, start the next vlog soon, but I'd fill in some details. What I mean by I was exhausted. So I left the apartment close to 1, and I got back to the apartment at 11:30. And probably for that whole time, I maybe sat an hour and a half, sporadically. My feet are still tired, but I'm gonna do it all again today, and I'll be taking a dance lesson on Tuesday. Hopefully, eventually, I'll slow down a little bit, but you gotta do it right now while it's warm, I feel like. So, to start off, I couldn't figure out where my bus stop was, so I caved and I did where I got on the metro, and I went to the spot where the 3 metro trains meet up, and then got on the metro that I knew would get me to Parliament. And you guys saw the pictures of going down. It was almost nauseating how down of an incline it was and up of an incline, and you went far. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that that's such a thing, to go down to the metro. And later that night I walked from that spot of where the 3 meet to where the one that by the Parliament, and I appreciate the metro now. You really get by faster, so I'll definitely keep figuring that one out. You guys saw the guards, the National Guards. I'm not quite sure what they were doing. They said it, and I really couldn't hear them when the people talking. Like, they said in Hungarian, then in English. And I mean, it was something about you now seeing the National Hungarian Guard or something. They weren't changing, you know, it's not like the Parliament in Britain or whatever. They were just doing that show right at 2 o'clock. I'd walked away. I would take a picture of the statue on the bridge, and I hear music, and I'm like, that's really weird, that's really loud music when they're playing the Parliament. And then it was like, I saw the group of people performing, like, something's going on. So I went back and I got the video that I did. Sorry about the bad angles and things like that. It was really cool. I'm really appreciative of seeing that. But I don't really know what it was, but it was cool. After I went back and got to the tour and everything, we were walking, we saw the Catholic churches parade. There's a better word, but I don't know what it is. And it wasn't supposed to start till 5 o'clock, so it was actually very, very early, and that wasn't like the official thing. It just was starting, people were walking around with the flags and the correct attire and all those things. So at 5 o'clock, Saint Stephen, King Saint Stephen's right hand, would be paraded around the area. The actual hand. I guess he was kind of mummified. You know, in the Middle Ages, the king's and queen's bodies were very sacred, so the Catholic Church owns his right hand, and they paraded around. I didn't see it, and I don't know if I really care about seeing it. I feel like just a picture that I saw online is fine, and I get the idea. But it was really cool, and it's really cool that they can do it. The Catholic Church, the opportunities they have, and the freedom, and the government's not involved. It's just the Catholic Church, so it's really cool. You saw a couple of the monuments commemorating the communist time in the World War II and the Jews. The one with the eagle is very controversial. The tour guide talked right from the water, so I couldn't quite hear, but the gist of what I understand is just it was erected with really no conversation with the people. The government just said, oh, we're going to do this in 2014, and it's going to be like this, and no one had any input or opportunity to say yes or no about it. And I think what I kind of took was there was no recognition of the Jewish faith when, like, they were a large population was killed. She said that in Ostrog, or that biggest Jewish containment camp, the majority of them were actually Hungarian. So they were really disappointed in the fact that they weren't recognized. I also kind of heard that it's like they're trying to deny the fact that Hungary was on Germany's side in World War II. I mean, she guys says it's kind of was forced upon them because after World War I is when they had to split up the land. It's kind of just like Germany, where we tried to keep them in check after World War I, but it ended up causing an uprising. So they kind of were forced to be on the side of Germany, but they're not proud of it. And so, I mean, the fact that the monument kind of makes it look like it's all Germany's fault without recognition of the fact that they were on their side, and people switched and people helped the the people who would shoot the Jews and shoot other people, anyone who was against the Nazi party, so it was a big deal, and that's why in the front is like their own little monument with family history of those who were killed in the rocks, and sometimes they put up candles. It's controversial. People want them to take it down, but they've not really destroyed it. They're being very respectful to what it is. So it's very interesting. And that's all in Liberty Square. This is where a lot of the politics is in District 5, because Parliament's almost right there. Which she talked about if you want. The last big fight in like 2006 was against the Socialist Party. It was in that park. Like if you want to start something with the government, if you want to fight or something, you go to that park. But it's been peaceful since 2006. And the American Embassy is right there, which Ronald Reagan, he's walking from Parliament to the American Parliament, and he's there because of all he did for ending communism and fighting on the other side of the Black Curtain. So, yeah, that was all interesting. She talked a lot about politics too, kind of, she'd apologize, but she's feisty about it. She's just like, she's an older than a college kid. She said she was a schoolgirl in the 80s under communism, having to march and learn the Russian songs and all that. But she talked the same as the boy who drove me here. A lot of the upset with the government and the people who are in power who shouldn't be. And it's both like frustrating to see that that's here, because it's like, why can't we figure this out at least somewhere? But it's the exact same. She knew Trump. It was quite great. She was talking about how there's monuments in Liberty Park before World War II about getting Hungary back, and because of all the stuff that was taken away, and and she just kind of was struggling, and someone said, so make Hungary great again, and she just laughed and walked away. So yeah, she got it. She wants us to come maybe talk to her, so she teaches English to Hungarian kids and Hungarian to English kids. She wants us to come talk to them about it and explain our political system a little better. They don't understand the electoral college or anything like that. So it was good to hear an older perspective, but she was a feisty one in the 90s, I don't know. And she was talking about the billboards. It's funny, they have memes of them on Facebook about those billboards, but she called it memes. So any older generation person who doesn't understand why it's a meme, any foreigner is going to call it a meme too, it sounds like. It's okay. But yeah, it was really good to hear her just talk about her passion and her excitement things and her upset with things. She's very real and honest with us. And like the Jewish shoes, there's people when they first went up protest against them and try to put parts of dead animals in them and things. And one of the boys asked, why would someone protest a memorial and a monument? And she just kind of was like, you're very young, aren't you? I kind of got the impression that there's still some people who were part of those parties from before and things they don't like the change. I also thought of all those people who would deny that the Holocaust happened, saying, oh, that wasn't a thing, no one got killed. And, she just kind of was like, you'll learn why some people do these things. It's like, oh, that's just so sad. So anyway, we walked across the train bridge, which is the first bridge, and we went to the festival, which is what you saw pictures of, and the food. Okay, this is the first day I've been blown away with the food. Those potato chips, oh my gosh, they were the lightest, crunchiest things I've ever had. Oh my goodness, I can't properly describe. I took a bite, and so I got cheese with it too to dip them in, because I thought, potatoes. Ketchup, there was ketchup with cheese and mayonnaise and things, and I was like, the cheese might be good, but I could just ate them. I don't know if I can eat regular potato chips now. They were that amazing. I did get a big potato wedge, so I did use the cheese on that a lot, but yeah, they freshly cut them, they freshly fry them, and they were amazing. I got the cake of the year. I'm so excited I found that, because you kind of made it sound like they announce it today and then the recipe gets passed around, so you might have to get it later and be more expensive because it's the cake of the year. But I found a slice and I was super excited, and it was really good. It looks funny, it has different things, but it was good. Oh my gosh. And you saw that little pink and white candy thing? I'm not really sure what it was. I just bought it from one of those stalls. But the little lady in the back, older lady, she was talking to me in Hungarian, so I have no idea exactly what she said, but she was pointing, I don't know if it was the flower I had in my hair, the the blue shirt, or the whole entire outfit, but she apparently liked it, is what I got, and she was complimenting me, and it was so sweet. I just had to kind of nod my head and said thank you in English quietly, and I think she got the idea that I was grateful for what she was saying, even though I had no idea what she was saying, and that was really sweet. Oh, that took me a moment when I walked away. I was like, oh, people being nice, and we can't even communicate, like the international language of just niceness and getting along and a smile, like, oh. So that was a really cool moment. I really appreciate that lady, even though I don't know what she said. It's so cool. But yeah, and then this is the part where it got long. So I was on the Buddha side for so long that they had closed off the Liberty Bridge and the Chain Bridge for the fireworks, and maybe I should have went down to Elizabeth Bridge, but it might have been closed off too. And I thought, well, I'll get on a boat, even if it costs, but I wanted to get back on the Pesh side for the fireworks, and I had 2 hours. So I mean, I had to walk all the way down to Margaret Bridge, walk across it, and I walked all the way back to the Chain Bridge to watch the fireworks. Oh my gosh, that was such a long walk. It was worth it. It amazes me what my feet can do. I've had a car for so long, and it amazes me what my feet can do. They are still sore. I found a place in the park with lots of people. You might have kind of saw, like, I figured, hey, there's lots of people, probably means it's a good spot, right? And the fireworks were amazing. I mean, they're fireworks, so you should know what those are like. I took some pictures. There was some smiley face ones and like flower ones, and a lot of them were red green, so it kind of looked like Christmas. They were amazing old fireworks, but what was amazing, I don't know if you could tell this, was the fact that they went off of the Liberty Bridge, the Chain Bridge, and I bet the Elizabeth, and I bet that boat I took a picture of was also a fireworks spot up down in the river, and then there was a fireworks spot on top of Pesh. Or the Buddha Hill. What was so amazing about was like the same type would all go off at the same time in all locations, or they go off in a ripple. Like, it was so well choreographed, which was really cool. All that, and then the music and things in the speakers. Earlier in the day I saw those giant speakers everywhere, and I'm like, what is going on? And then it made sense at night. They played music, and at one point they were talking, and it sounded like a big speech of "We are Hungarian." I don't really know what he said, but it was awesome. I wish I did. I mean, I wish I knew what was going on more. It would be so nice, but it's really cool. I mean, my St. Stephen's Day was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was lots of fun, even though, I mean, throughout the day I was kind of like, I don't know how to appreciate this. I don't know this culture, this festival. It isn't mine. But as the day went, it was like, yeah, this is really cool. And so I've never been in such a big group. I mean, I can only imagine it'd be like watching the 4th of July in Washington, D.C. or something. It was just so massive, and getting home, again, so much walking. I mean, the walking exhausted me, and oh my gosh, I hope I never quite do that again, but the day was awesome. I had a fantastic day. So thanks for tuning in to my adventure.